Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this chance to do two things. The first one is to welcome the children of Iriani Secondary School from my constituency to this noble house of the National Assembly to observe the proceedings. Iriani Secondary School is one of the best schools from my constituency, Tharaka, and my county, Tharaka Nithi. They are actually performers, both in education and sports, and their numbers too are actually some of the best in the constituency. Young people from Iriani Secondary School, welcome here, see what these honorable members of parliament do, see what your parents elected us to do, and I encourage you to study hard, that one day you will also sit here to represent the great constituency of Tharaka and also to represent your county, Tharaka Nithi. Karibuni sana, observe what we do. I hope my time is not running out. I now rise to support the Statute Law Miscellaneous Amendments Bill, Bill number 67 of 2023, and make the following quick remarks as I support the proposals to amend the Children's Act, the Copyright Act, which is very important in that it tries to recognize the work being done by our musicians. We have these young people who are actually out there producing music and recording, and when it comes to receiving royalties, they are not being properly paid. This act goes in to give a formula on how these young men and young ladies are to be paid in terms of royalties. I also wish to comment on the proposal to amend the Scrap Metal Act. This is an act that deals with waste metal, scrap metal, quite a valuable commodity in the country because some small-scale industries rely on scrap metal to produce goods to be sold. And we know very well that unless this industry is regulated, there is a lot of danger in people going out there to vandalize any metal they come across, anything they come across which is metallic, and sell it as scrap metal. So it is important that we are meant to protect what we do. We have a proposal to amend the National Employment Authority, and many of us here may not know that such an authority exists. This is the authority that regulates employment in the country. And the emphasis being laid here is to ensure that Kenyans actually get employed in all these entities that are employers under FKE and other organizations. We also have proposals to amend the Fisheries Management and Development Act, the Energy Act, and here I urge you to read the Memorandum of Objects in respect of this bill. You will see what proposals are being made. There are also proposals to amend the public-private partnerships, a very important entity which, under this law, we are able to work, both the private and the public, in partnership to ensure that our country moves forward, our country develops. It is some of these public-private partnerships that we have today which we are looking on to ensure that what we require to do is actually achieved. I have in my constituency what is called the Grand High Force Dam, Kiboka Dam, which has to come under public-private partnership so that this country is able to generate more energy, is able to get more water for irrigation under such a scheme. And finally, we have the proposal to amend the Parliamentary Service Act together with the Judicial Service Act in a manner that is similar. The manner is similar in that these are two independent institutions. The House of Parliament itself, the Parliament is independent as the second arm of government, while the judiciary is independent as the third arm of government. Both of them have independent commissions that take care of these particular institutions, and the introduction being proposed here is to ensure that these commissions are able to take care of members' welfare. Members' welfare includes members of parliament who actually do a great service to this country. Some have to travel long distances from their constituencies to the Central House of Parliament here in Nairobi, as a result of which they suffer great hardships. They may not know where to sleep, they do not know where to put up, possibly they also do not know where to spend in the evenings. This is why the Parliamentary Service Commission comes in and is now being empowered to ensure that away from other bodies, it is able to take care of the members' welfare. And this is very important. And the same applies to the judges and the members of judiciary. As much as we also talk about parliamentary staff, that Judicial Service Commission is able to take care of judges while they are discharging their duties. It is able to take care of members of staff while they are discharging their duties, away from interference in the courts from other bodies. These are very important laws which we need to support, which we need to actually agree that we effect the amendments, and those